Christian educationist and above all a humanitarian, are you really satisfied with the educational curriculums of madrasas in Pakistan? If not, then what amendments would you like them to incorporate?
In Pakistan, we have a very unfortunate side of it is that any effort by well-wishers of Muslim masses, and I call myself a well-wisher, I am one of them and I wish well, any effort by any well-wisher to even suggest a change in madrasa curriculum is strongly retaliated. You know what, recently when the negotiations with Taliban were being taken up, Maulana Fazlur Rahman said, no permission to interfere with madrasa curriculum. Even if the talks with Taliban fail, we will not allow any government action against them, and we will declare jihad if you interfere with madrasas. This is how they react. I mean, this is the state within state which they have completely created very powerfully, and they do not accept any suggestion. But I believe what is needed is a drastic change in the madrasa curriculum in the direction of a meaningful curriculum which creates students, scholars fit for a modern society. A modern society needs different people in different professions. There are so many professions that belong to this modern style of way of living. For example, we have computers, we have information technology, we have extremely sophisticated scientific processes of production. We produce so many goods in the world now. They are all machine made. Most of them are made on machines. And people are required for these different jobs on different levels. What is required is the religious people should not be 100% professionals for religion, simply because we do not have so many jobs in religion. For example, we cannot have as many mosques as we produce students, scholars from the madrasas. For example, in Pakistan, we produce 600,000 every year. Now 600,000, this is the most conservative state record. 600,000 every year. How do you call them? Maulvi Fazil, Alim, Maulvi Fazil, different categories, different levels. But they are produced every 600,000 every year. But there are more, because this is only conservative standard official figure. 600,000 every year means 600,000 new jobs in religion. Where are those jobs? Already we have 4 mosques per 1,000 people. How many do you want? We ask. Do you think every Muslim should have a separate mosque and there should be a separate Maulana leading the prayer so that he stands in front and one man stands behind? So if that is your target, okay, go on doing it. But if you think that that is not appreciable, that is not possible, then what are you doing? What profession are you teaching them? No profession. They are giving them only religious education, in which the medieval styles of education, fiqh, hadith, ilmul kalam, okay, I mean mantiq, or this same old school thinking which used to be 200 years, 400, 500 years ago, with very small changes. And some of them have agreed to, for example, give them computer education. Okay. The question is computer in itself an education? That is, you can work on a computer, is that education? Everybody can work on a computer. But then these, even if you have given them some education on computer, the issue is, what else will they do? I mean, I can work on the computer, I can create a file, suppose. I can make a file, I can write, I can type. In itself, it is not a job-oriented training. It is only a casual, everyday training. The question is, are we training them for technical jobs? Do we train them as electricians, as machine men, as lathe workers? Suppose go to higher forms of education. Do we educate them as software engineers in computer? Do we educate them as steel makers? Do we educate them as producers of pottery or furniture or masonry or buildings? There are a million jobs that are waiting for people to come and to fill them everywhere. Okay, if there are no jobs, do we educate them to be good businessmen so that they can take something, buy from somewhere and sell somewhere? We give them a special identity. The problem is, we insist in madrasas to give them a special appearance, which is very, very important to note. If you make a person look different from others and you give them a certain pride that you are a religious scholar, he is not willing to do menial jobs, you know. He is not willing to do those small things. I have seen in my own city of Lahore, where I was running my factory, I saw the porters who were taking goods from one place to the other in hand-driven carts, turning into religious men, extending their beards, 2, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, and they became a dozen in days. And they said, no, we are respectable people. Others have to do it. And then they would take people from their villages and make them pull the carts or push the carts and walk with them with their elaborate beards, with amamas, and behaving like masters and teachers, sacred, respectable, noble, great human beings, not fit for menial, dirty jobs. Physical jobs are not our doing. We are telling you the way to Hadayat. If you create this mentality, how will they be useful citizens of a society? We have to, number one, we have to take away their pride. That is, the curriculum must not make them proud of themselves. It should make them, first, it should teach them extreme humility, give them the concept that this education is just a normal Muslim awareness of your religion. That's all that it is. Nothing more. No certificate of superiority. It is only to make you simply aware Muslims. We have made you aware Muslim. That's all. That is why we gave you religious education. It is no certificate of any importance. Number two, you have to be a good, honest, willing worker of this particular or that particular field and prove your merit as a good human being because you are aware of your religion. You are a superior worker because of your awareness of your religion. Okay, show us. These are the two standards, give them, and we'll see that you have done the job. But if you make them proud of themselves, number one, you give them the consciousness that they are something superior than other people, then you give them a special appearance, then you give them no education for work, then you are making them parasites. Simple parasites who are thinking of an opportunity to live on the earning of others. They will earn and I'll eat. And who is doing it? We know who is doing it.